So this guy left last night on my YouTube station. 4 hours ago, I just took this screenshot. So it's 5 in the morning. Let me deal with the poster first, just to get that out of the way. So the user's name is Mary. You think this guy, his name is Mary, he has 1 subscriber, fairly brand new account, 2018. So this is what I see in the whole situation. The PhoenixEnigma has spent how many fucking years going after Thomas? Thomas actually had to take that Lee dude, the open secret dude, to fucking court, supposedly. And he won, supposedly. Of course, it's a lot like Paul Bonacci getting the $1 million settlement from the people in Omaha. Nothing ever came out of it. Nothing. It was just something that they could talk about. And, but PhoenixEnigma is now playing a third grader's game of, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Because I tell him that he's bound himself to me. I haven't bound myself to David. He's bound himself to me. You know? It's like dealing with the third grader. And it's interesting because isn't PhoenixEnigma and Thomas supposed to have been like in this epic battle for years? And now I have the focus going on to Thomas because he's the ringleader, because obviously PhoenixEnigma is an idiot. You know, he can say that that I'm bound to him or he's bound me to him. He hasn't made me shit my pants. Not once. Oh, I've cried tears over Owen, but he hasn't made me shit my pants. I haven't almost thrown up on a podcast fucking talking about him. And even though I don't have a stuttering problem, he's never gotten me so upset that I fucking stutter or anything happens wrong. I do these 4 or 5 minute videos. Sometimes at the very most they go up to 10 minutes a day just to chronicle this shit. I don't do 6 and 7 hour fucking podcasts with a whole group of people where they talk about nothing but me. And you would think if PhoenixEnigma was really after Thomas, that he would just sit back and let this go and let it play out. But he doesn't. I also find out that this was left on yesterday's video where they're all beginning to turn on each other because their group always eats their own. And so they obsessively watch every fucking thing I do. But I don't watch any of their shit. I know that it exists because it comes up, but I never fucking watch it. Why bother? Why bother? It's just a bunch of stupidity. But I will show you the influence that I've had. Pootie Twang, or whatever the fuck he calls himself, that's supposed to be the Goblin Dowd. Captain Underpants, he's the dude who has all of Issac Kappy's electronics. They were both going on and on and on about how they were in Harlan, in my town. Pootie, Goblin Dowd was sending me fucking pictures of places in my town. And just coincidentally, while they're claiming to be in my town, my best friend drops over fucking dead. Out of the blue, unexpectedly. And, that's quite the fucking coincidence. And I started calling it out. Let me show you. This was taken this morning as well. You can see how many fucking times they email me in a goddamn day. But they haven't done shit for 2 days now. Not shit. And it's because they were in my fucking town, chances are, and Owen dropped over dead. And that's a huge motherfucking coincidence, especially from what they were saying. But I don't really realize, I don't understand what their objective is. Because I think that what they're doing is getting all of you, they're trying to convince all of you that I'm crazy and that I'm a liar. But I don't see the end to that. Because what are any of you gonna do? What have any of you ever done since the days of fucking Franklin? Who has stood up? No one. You're not gonna stand up now. The best that most of you end up doing is saying that you're offering thoughts and prayers. Not that I really believe that you actually take the time to fucking pray. It's just something that makes it sound good. That you can say, I'm offering my thoughts and prayers, so I'm not responsible. Because all of this shit deals with child trafficking. All of it. It's all connected to this satanic Nazi pedophile ring. The biggest difference between me and them, well, one of the biggest differences, is that it's just me. And there's a fucking army of them. And what PhoenixEnigma is doing now with Thomas, what they've been doing for years, this rivalry that's going between them, which is not real at all, is the same fucking thing that Lucien Greaves was doing with Neil Brick. Only Neil Brick was having all of these conferences where they were bringing all of these abused women together, and Lucien Greaves was sending his people in to identify those people, because the ones that you can get into a fucking sex trafficking ring are the easiest ones, are the women who have already been abused as children. And that's what was happening. And there was a detective years ago who got wind of this and went to go research it and ended up dead, falling down a flight of stairs and breaking his neck. You know? Wow. That's unusual, isn't it? But this got left because they're all eating each other. They're afraid. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. But they're all dancing around like they're afraid. Like my fucking sheriff who sends the thing saying, I'm not going to be out of the office for some time. Just contact the sheriff's office. And, but he's in a sheriff's vehicle just, a week ago? And tailgated me for a fucking mile with that look on his face. I pulled over to Casey's, realizing there was a good chance that if no one was watching, he would just shoot me dead and then say he did it in self-defense. That's the look that was on his face. He's angry at me. Trust me, he's angry. And all of this shit needs to be investigated. But they're doing all of this dance for all of you. And there's no one who knows better than them how all of you ain't gonna do shit. Never have, never will. Offer fucking excuses. But other than that, what's been done? 1,000 kids missing in Ohio. What's been done? Anything? No. The more things change, the more they stay the fucking same. So they can have their 6 and 7 hour sewer town podcast all talking about me. And I'll continue doing my 4-minute videos. This one's, I'm at 8:36 now. It'll probably go a little bit over 9 minutes, but they're rarely ever under 10 minutes. Rarely ever do I do long videos, and 15 minutes is basically my max. So, who is running who? It's pretty fucking obvious to see. All this shit needs to be investigated. Thomas definitely needs to be investigated. PhoenixEnigma, if Captain Underpants and the Goblin Dowd were in my town and my best friend just dropped over dead at the exact same time, that needs to be investigated. Because coincidence after coincidence after coincidence after coincidence after coincidence eventually starts to form a fucking pattern. Unless you're fucking brain dead. And there's a lot of people either brain dead or fucking lead in their asses. They will never take a stand. And they think it won't matter, but it will. And so, because not only do the bad people get vomited out, but the fence setters as well. So, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. And they'll do what they do, and we'll see who accomplishes more.